Welcome back. Thanks for staying with us. ANC Secretary-General Fikile Mbalula will soon inform the Gauteng and KwaZulu-Natal Provincial Executive Committees about the decision to reconfigure them. The ANC has decided to reconfigure the two provincial leaderships within the framework of the party's constitution. Mbalula was briefing the media after this weekend's NEC meeting. He's revealed that the ANC's National Executive Committee was heavily divided along factional lines on the action to take regarding Gauteng and KwaZulu-Natal. It follows the ANC's performance at the polls last year, where its support dropped drastically nationally, as well as to 16% in KwaZulu-Natal and 34% in Gauteng. Both provincial structures will thus be changed by the party's national officials after a decision taken by the NEC. The party's national officials will meet next week Monday to finalize the reconfiguration of the provincial structures, after which members of the ANC in both provinces will be addressed. Let's bring in political analyst Sandile Swana to expand the conversation. A very good evening to you. Thank you so much for joining us. I mean, how should one interpret this move to disband the Gauteng and KwaZulu-Natal provincial executive committees? I mean, what is your general take to it?
Well, thank you so much, Mpo, and good evening to your viewers. My take on it is that the ANC leaders in office, Ramaphosa and Mbalula, would want some of their competitors to lose control of the structures of the African National Congress in view of the internal electoral processes of the ANC. This move is unlikely to have been based on the actual electoral performance of the ANC in the elections of 2024, May 2024. This is a factional battle.
And that came out very strongly as we heard ANC Secretary-General Fikile Mbalula speaking about how important discussions about provinces are essentially being hijacked because of factionalism and that discussion. And also, I mean, some critics even are of the view that ANC Secretary-General Fikile Mbalula is believed to be one of those in favor of disbanding the Gauteng and KZN provincial executive committees. And it's all part of a strategy to consolidate his support ahead of the party's 2027 elections. I mean, that discussion, of course, we heard him really dismiss those ideas. But what does it tell us about the bigger picture here? You touch on factions and the divisions within the party.
Yes, the reason why I do not believe Fikile Mbalula's explanation is that the ANC, if you talk about the aggregate support of the ANC fell below 50% for the first time in aggregate in 2016, got 45.84 in the local government elections in aggregate. So that was a sign that the ANC is in sharp decline. And in actual fact, the decline had already started in 2009, when for the first time it lost two-thirds majority.
Yes.
And they never intervened. It first lost the two-thirds majority, then it lost the 50%, they never intervened. So by now, the horse has long bolted, and it may not even be the largest loss, this 2024 electoral loss, compared to the other ones. So to me, they've allowed this thing to continue declining since 2009. Why now? What is the difference now? And why choose these provinces? Because since 2009, every other province has been losing electoral support. And they never intervened. They lost the Western Cape. They were never able to recover it. They didn't do anything to recover the Western Cape that we know of.
So are you saying that all eyes could essentially be on the 2027 elections?
This is a factional battle. And when they talk about unity, the people of the African National Congress, when Cyril Ramaphosa took over power in 2018, he said he's going to create unity. When David Mabuza supported Ramaphosa to take over the ANC, he said it's the unity slate. And after that, they produced Umkhonto Wesizwe Party. That is their concept of unity. They actually divided the party, the single greatest split in the history of the African National Congress. So these are not people who have a track record of building unity successfully at all.
I suppose at this stage, it's a wait and see on what a reconfigured ANC will actually mean. What are the possibilities?
The simple thing to do, which has been questioned even by Thabo Mbeki, you'll remember very recently, Thabo Mbeki said, these people are just pretending to be doing renewal. The branches of the ANC are largely dysfunctional. The average member of the ANC is a person who should not be a member of the ANC. They don't qualify to, and there is no short course, a 1 day or 2 day course you can take them through. They need to be expelled, and that is not there. The people who appeared in the Zondo report need to be removed, and other similar types of reports. They need to be removed from the ANC. The non-performers who have been put into office under cadre deployment, who were not supposed to be in the state at all, need to be removed. So there is no list of things that this team, rescue team, is going to do. We don't know what they are going to do. Not to say that we do not know what they should be doing, but what they should be doing is not what they are saying they are going to do. They have not said what it is they are going to do.
Yeah, because what we do know is that not all members of the ANC-NEC were in agreement on the decision to reconfigure Gauteng and KwaZulu-Natal structures. And looking at that, I mean, we know that Fikile Mbalula has said that it's almost impossible for everyone in the 87-member committee to agree. I mean, is that a fair statement?
It's not impossible. That's not consensus is a well-established concept in South Africa. Consensus is there. There are unanimous decisions. But some of them may have been concerned with. They went very recently to go and intervene in the Free State and to say they are resuscitating the Free State. The Free State is in chaos as we speak today.
Yeah.
There's no resuscitation that has been done in the Free State. It's chaotic at municipal level. It's chaotic at provincial level. So their techniques of doing an intervention are always factional. So the dominant faction of Mbalula and Ramaphosa is going to come into Gauteng and try to control the agenda by introducing members of their factions to control the regions of the ANC, as well as the branches of the ANC, whilst they allow Panyaza, Lesotho and company to control the state to whatever degree. But the ANC, which is where the new leadership of the ANC post-Ramaphosa will come from, will be in the pocket of Mbalula. That is where the divisions are going to be deepened rather than eliminated.
As you speak about the Free State, there are reports that former EFF MP Mbuyiseni Ndlozi has been seen with an ANC leader in discussion. Of course, at this stage, we don't know the nature of the discussion, but we also heard ANC Secretary-General Fikile Mbalula saying that he would not be shocked if the party were to persuade Ndlozi to join its ranks. I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
I think from Ndlozi's point of view, in terms of putting bread on the table and looking after his family, that is a move. But it's unfortunate, whatever it is that has happened, and we still don't know what has actually happened between him and the EFF and the extent to which he would be able to rehabilitate his career there. But the two factions, which is the ANC of Ramaphosa, if you like, and that term we got it from Helen Zille, and the ANC of Zuma, which is Umkhonto weSizwe, MKP, those two factions are poisonous to a young political career. It is not the best choice, but out of hunger, yes, indeed, he may join them, to put bread on the table.
Yeah, interesting perspective. Thank you so much for speaking to us this evening, leaving that conversation there. Political analyst Sandile Swana expanding on the politics there of the ANC.